Wants to get aggressive. It's Fang tucked close on the site, and he has support. A crossfire rotates underway. Feels like this comes down to body. How much space can he buy? How much time can he stave off these rotators? Because they're coming quickly. Fang will talk floppy on his way, but body still aggressing. Now he's an issue. For the players on the site, it just has to come to the duels, and Grim for the first, trying to stay alive, trying to maintain towards these back lines, but taken down. Joko to do so, and it falls to the retake.
To be nigh on impossible to deal with unless the fights come through, and that's a bit of a blunder from Body. Thought he was safe with the flashbang, but Junior, blind or not, will get that pick.
Oh, Joko on the site takes down one. Afro there, fast back on the trade. So HEET, the one bet side, less NA copium flowing through. Well, maybe it's not just copium, because this is starting to hit. 2 deagle shots already fired through, and Afro falls as well. There's yet to be a single trade from this T side. Lucky works back in, but still in the pit is Grim. He's low on HP, but he's alive, and JT's recovered a rifle. Now just one man. Exercise. The HP low on his opposition, but the flash is just perfection. Out of Floppy, you were hyping up the deagles, and
if you're looking back at K, you're looking at Extra Salt. There were some complaints about individual form. They're not there anymore. Joko gets a second now. This is interesting. Again, the Deagles making their way, but this time they're on the other set of hands.
And talk of time, there's really none left. Still Complexity, they're trying to go for this. Push forward, it was a suicide mission. Well, flash forward, they've spotted it. They know about this setup, and Fang will at least find one. He's good for that. Junior, little more, can he get the AK? Not quite. Trades there. The French are keeping this one under wraps. Is
not on the scoreboard. I mean, literally trying to be James Bond. But it's not going to happen. He's not the secret agent right now. Which will play and become something that they can use as a focal point for their setups. This round he's pressured. Good shot. Quick on it. Hill goes for the peek in towards Pit, and Afro will punish that, so nothing more out from Junior's up, and that should decide the round. Yeah, early safe called here for Complexity. They can't even think about it. It's not even a minute gone on the clock, and HEET have already taken the round. Nicely done here from the French squad. You've really only had 2 rounds where there were major blunders. One of those particularly blundering. And they're going to come out onto a very soft site. 3 pistol players. They've already got the site. Joko starts to clean up these pistols in the pit, and it's over. No threat, no concern. The only question mark is, can Complexity keep these guns? That's definitely a possibility. I don't know if they've identified that necessarily, because they haven't been playing in apps either, right?
Yeah, I mean, they have been relatively passive across this whole game thus far for Complexity. The only aggression coming over towards Banana that's yet to even be tested. For the moment, and out the utility will come. Fang still yet to be affected, and Floppy goes down on the rotation. Now the pressure continues to mount, but he's holding against it. Takes down Lucky, and the drop down's there. Bomb is on the floor. It's just Afro. Deeg for the first. He needs to find Fang. He needs to find him early, and he just can't. Pressure was on him, and Fang performs.
What a round from Fang. Back to the wall. Even loses his support coming in from the library when Floppy just gets... He's supposed to be the linchpin of this, but he's down and dropped. Fang might have the info on that. Junior's going to reposition. Now they want to play the time game. Smoke gives them more time. 35 seconds. HEET have to do this. They have to commit in. Surprise, Junior drops off the angle there. JT gets one, and Junior's lost as well, and that opens this right back up. This bomb's going down.
This could be a cataclysm for the NA side. Joko opts on the angle. Fang goes down. It's just Grim now.
We also just straight credit to Joko. Another huge round. 4K coming through. This guy's a monster right now. He has more kills than his next 3 teammates put together.
For this Complexity side, where's he positioned with it? Still towards A. Does he want the mid-fight? Maybe it's Fang instead. Running down, Junior to hold. Are they ready for it? Not quite. Floppy, well-timed. Swing forward. Now the pressure's on, but some of it alleviated. Fang down. Joko again. He gets a double.
Timing going to be everything on this next kill. It certainly determines what HEET's going to do as a minute hits the clock. They could still hit the bailout option, but Floppy could shut this all down. But a bit of a quieter game for Floppy so far, but here's the moment to step up if you're going to do it. He's swinging to check. Exorcise, he's got the first, he's got the second as well, and it's over. JT came in to help, and it works out beautifully. Complexity. Looks like they're going to be tested. Fang wants to go through.
Really?
He's certainly set up for it. There's the smoke fade. He gets one. Off the MP9, it's not the worst result in the world. Do they try and chase in? They do through the molly, but Body gets nothing extra.
In the HEET camp, JT, he's ready on a swing and finds it, actually backs away instead. Won't get greedy. Junior with the scout. Does he have to cross? Absolutely. It only takes a tag, and JT will clean up. 9-6, HEET still ahead at the half. Floppy. Oh, not actually first up. Instead, it's Grim to contact. Exorcise in the pit, and Floppy takes care of it. Joko on the site, though. Can't get anything done. Fang for the entries. The NA aggression is perfection with the flank. That's an issue. Junior, though, holding for it. and good to shut it down. That was the risk factor in the round. Now Afro alone, 1v4. He has a kit, sure.
Obviously, those eco rounds are anything but a sure thing. So a little something extra to work with in that, maybe could work out. We saw an eco trade in the first half. That bomb is making its way rapidly in towards A, and that's a bit awkward. Caught on out, the kills are coming back. And they're going to be able to deal with the stack. Everybody was here, with the exception of Mr. Buddy himself. But Complexity, they brave the danger. They dismantle the stack, and JT will prevent Body from getting anything out of this. Bit unfortunate for Heat. Seemed like they had the read, they had the positioning, they had the setup work out for them.
Yeah.
But they couldn't quite convert.
Now the French, no Exorcise in the pit. Really has to be him. Floppy not looking. On the anti-flash, it's Exorcise. A double, and JT wounded still. Good on the swing, good on the fight. It's Junior, though. 1 versus 4. He's just not up to the task. Now, though, for Complexity, they want to go fast towards A. They've realized how heavy the presence was on this B site, and Grim's through it. Now options. Do you wrap back? Take Grim into spawn, fight towards B. Lucky's ready for it. Grim shut down. That was the big player for the side of Complexity, now taken away. You could see the plan starting to line up, and now?
Up on top of New Box is going to be a nuisance, a nightmare. Flame's not hitting him just yet. They might trust this a bit too much. Oh, the almost accidental kill there from Body. The trade is there, but this is dire now for JT. He's got nothing. He's being flanked out. He's being surrounded. He's wary that this might come through, but with the op and the low HP, just not sure he's going to be able to put enough bullets down range to give himself a chance here, and he won't even get started. Big.
As they wait for the fade on the utility towards Banana, there's a push ongoing. Joko, good spray. Ready on the angle and gets more. They're just lining up. And Joko, well, he's just taking a bite out of it. Only JT left. Joko on the cleanup. This man just steps up at every venture. 26 and 10 now.
They still got the setup. There's one player in the site, one player playing here on the arch. If Lucky can get this, he holds one. He's looking for more. They line up, but are able to find the kill. Not enough bullets to chew through those bodies quick enough. And now there's an isolation element here for Exorcise. He's alone on the site. He can't have support quickly. Smoke up in Library. He finds the first. The second as well. Exorcise eventually taken down. This bomb will be planted. But it's a tough 1v2.
Junior. HP's low. Spots out Body. And dishes out a good chunk of damage. Now, risks have to be taken. Junior spots them both. So much information, but the double swing's too potent. Joko again. Grim wants to punish, but he just can't. Now the boost up. Utility damage is massive, and Grim should surely get cut down here. He does find one as the flames burn away JT. But in that trade, Heat, they still maintain the top banana control. They still have an op here that's ready for the boost. Not ready enough, though. It's just the tag through the wall. Fang fights back. We're into a 3v3 now.
Not quite sure how they got away with that one, but now it's going to be pressure on towards Body. He wants to be ahead of the smoke. Blinded does huge damage, but it's not the kill. If only there were a Molotov here, he could shut this all down, but it's a little bit too late. And he still has some util, so they are going to go in. They are going to do this. They're not finding anything just yet, though. There's nothing given for free. Time is getting low, and the first body dropped. Good for Complexity here, and they're going to be able to hang on and finally get a T-side round against the guns.
Timing. Body on the re-clear. Junior! That's a repeat. Finds the shot, gets too greedy, but he's seen the forces. He knows what's going on, so we'll call for the rotation towards the B site. Complexity lumbers. They're looking to do so. Grim, 1 for 1. That might just be enough. JT in the clutch. It's 1 versus 2. Lucky's low on HP, and JT has to reposition. A moment of respite for him. Time on this. In his favor, it takes down continually Exorcise. The healthier one. He'll look to play this trade. Lucky swinging, and Lucky's got the shot. Clutch denied.
Smoke up, but they still got the stack here. By the awning. Smoke going to leave the possibility. They need to trade. They've got it, but not the numbers. It's swung against them. Body sticking around for more. Big work done, and the nade will chase it. Now it's left to Floppy, and Junior. Space has been found for Junior, but he's not able to find the kill. That drops the bomb. Floppy, he's been quiet this game. They need a big round from him. They need the moment. He's not. Got it. Not here. Not now. That's map point found for Heat.
And Fang will be the one to break it. Out comes the util. From both sides, fall away. Joko with the molly, and Body smoked off. So, no way to contest it for that man. Instead, it just has to be the hero in the backlines. And Joko has been so fantastic in these situations. He takes down 2. Still fighting, buying time, and shutting down options for Complexity. Body, Lucky, both smoked off. So there's a moment, there's a chance, there's a second where Complexity can work through this, but now JT's been revealed. His HP is so low, and he cannot commit to the chase. Staying alive, that's the prerogative, and they've done it. 16-11 on the close.